On January 6, 2025, a dashcam in Hangzhou, Zhejiang, captured a shocking scene. A tank at a metro construction site cracked open, spraying cement dust onto passing vehicles. The area was engulfed in a thick black dust. In response, Hangzhou Metro Group stated that the site had been cleaned and the road restored to normal traffic. However, netizens questioned, is that it? What about pollution, injuries, and property damage? No compensation? If this were a private company, wouldn't they face heavy fines? Railway construction is booming across China. A quick search on Baidu reveals headlines like 48,000 kilometers, China's high-speed rail sets new records. According to Chinese Communist Party, CCP state media, at the January 2nd annual work meeting, China State Railway Group Company Limited announced that by the end of 2024, the national railway network had reached 162,000 kilometers, with 48,000 kilometers of high-speed rail, setting another record. In 2025, 2,600 kilometers of new railway lines are expected to open. Despite the growth, netizens raised concerns. Rail length is one thing, but profitability matters. China Railway's debt exceeds 6 trillion yuan. With expensive tickets and low occupancy rates, will these new lines just sit idle? Railways are supposed to serve ordinary people, but with high-speed rail, they keep chasing speed without considering costs. When costs rise, fares increase. There's no competition, so they keep hiking prices. Does anyone care about affordability and the public's needs? Meanwhile, both metro and high-speed rail projects across China continue to face quality issues. A recent scandal emerged during the construction of the Chengdu-Dazhou-Wanzhou high-speed railway, abbreviated as Chengda-Wan, HSR. It connects Chengdu, Dazhou, and Wangzhou in Chongqing province. Workers publicly accused the contractor of cutting corners. On January 6, 2025, Chinese media reported that a whistleblower, Mr. Qi, who worked on the Zhejiang section of the project under China Railway's Second Bureau, claimed that during construction of the substructure, steel bars were 40 to 50 centimeters shorter than specified. To save concrete, the foundation height was insufficient, and columns were extended by over 10 centimeters. The protective layer for pile foundations, which should have been 4 to 6 centimeters thick, was stretched to over 10 centimeters. Qi expressed disbelief that such substandard work passed inspections. Despite multiple efforts to China Railway's Second Bureau and Chengdu Railway Supervision Bureau, no action was taken, prompting him to reveal the issue online. When questioned, a project manager surnamed Li from the Chengda-Wan project responded, "He should talk to me directly. This isn't something we should discuss publicly." Netizens reacted with disbelief. Unbelievable! If something goes wrong later, will they blame it on natural disasters? Not for public discussion. This concerns my safety. They're afraid of getting caught cutting corners. Public records show that the Chengda-Wan HSR spans 477 kilometers, with trains running at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour. The project, which cost 85.1 billion yuan, began construction on September 30, 2022, and is expected to take 5 years to complete. Earlier this January, residents in Suining, Sichuan province, complained that nearby housing developments suffered severe structural damage due to the Chengda-Wan HSR construction. Walls cracked significantly, floor tiles were damaged, and living conditions became hazardous. This is not the first time China's high-speed rail projects have been exposed for cutting corners. On November 12, 2024, two journalists from Xinhua's Economic Information Daily, Wang Wenzhi and Cheng Zilong, published an investigative report revealing substandard materials used in the construction of the Hexin high-speed railway. This segment runs from Hefei to Qingdao. The report alleged that the elastic cushion layers installed in the limit groove devices were counterfeit, failing to meet railway industry standards. These materials were described as fragile, easily cut and easily torn, and incapable of withstanding the high-intensity, high-speed impacts of passing trains. Wang and Cheng returned to the construction site in Dingyuan County, Anhui Province, for further investigation. There, they were assaulted by workers from China Railway 7th Bureau, CRSB, the state-owned contractor. The journalists were temporarily detained, their phones confiscated, and Wang sustained a bleeding injury to his right hand. The incident sparked widespread public outcry. Following the incident, the police placed 5 construction workers under administrative detention, and CRSB dismissed them. However, CRSB's statement made no mention of addressing the substandard construction issues. The matter faded from public attention without further resolution. The Hexin HSR, part of the Hefei-Qingdao line, spans 223.8 kilometers, with a design speed of 350 kilometers per hour and includes 9 stations. In July 2023, another scandal emerged when a subcontractor, Sanjie Industrial Company from Henan Province, publicly accused China State Construction Engineering Corporation of using inferior materials during the construction of the Laixi-Rongcheng high-speed railway, also known as the Lairong SHR in Shandong Province. Sanjie reported that many of the threaded piles used for the railbed were shorter than specified, posing significant safety risks. Investigations by domestic media confirmed the allegations. However, after several months, the official investigation team downplayed the issue, merely acknowledging that some piles were shorter than designed, but denied claims of deliberate malpractice, prompting skepticism among netizens. The Lairong HSR, which collects Laixi in Qingdao and Rongcheng in Shandong Province, spans 193 kilometers, with an investment of 29.7 billion yuan. Construction began in November 2020, with a design speed of 350 kilometers per hour. More recently, a blogger exposed similar issues at the construction site of Xinyi South Station in Xuzhou, Jiangsu Province. The blogger criticized the construction quality, pointing to visible cracks and water leakage. One video showed significant defects in the platform structure.
Look at this. How bold can they be? This is a high-speed rail project, and it's riddled with shoddy work.
Netizens responded, "Is the problem too much gravel and not enough cement? Can someone with expertise explain?" Too much water was added during concrete pouring. The cement becomes diluted and leaks out, leaving behind just the stones. This clearly doesn't meet quality standards. The same pattern appears in China's metro construction. In March 2017, an individual claiming to be an employee of Aokai Cable publicly accused the company of supplying substandard cables for Xi'an Metro Line 3, posing serious safety hazards. An official investigation confirmed the allegations. On December 12, 2019, a major collapse occurred at the Luchuo station on Xiamen Metro Line 2, flooding the station. The collapse flooded the station. Officials stated that no one was trapped. This followed another collapse earlier that month during the construction of Hangzhou Metro, which buried and killed 3 people. The Xiamen incident occurred just 2 weeks after the line had passed inspection by Beijing Communications and Transportation Institute. China's most infamous shoddy metro project dates back to Guang Metro Line 1, which began construction in late 1993 and opened in June 1999. Hailed as one of China's top 3 metro projects at the time, it cost 12.7 billion yuan and incorporated advanced foreign technology. However, even before its official launch, extensive structural issues were detected. In March 1999, multiple sections of the tunnel showed signs of deformation, cracking, and water leakage. Within 6 months of operation, tunnel breaks, flooding, and track deformation became common. Investigations revealed widespread substandard construction. China's substandard infrastructure projects are not confined to domestic soil. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, these issues have reportedly extended to international construction projects overseen by Chinese contractors, raising concerns about safety and quality worldwide. On November 1, 2024, the roof of the Novi Sad train station in northern Serbia collapsed, killing at least 14 people. The tragedy sparked nationwide outrage, with citizens taking to the streets to protest, accusing the Serbian government of corruption and inadequate oversight of construction and development projects. Demonstrators demanded the entire cabinet resign. The train station had just completed a 3-year construction project in July 2024. The Serbian Minister of Construction stated that the project was undertaken by China Railway International Corporation Limited and China Communications Construction Company. Chinese contractors have been increasingly active in Central and Eastern Europe, but this incident heightened concerns over the quality of their construction projects. Similarly, on June 26, 2017, a bridge built by China Railway No. 10 Engineering Company collapsed in Kenya, injuring at least 27 people. The Sigiri Bridge, located in the Budalangi area of western Kenya, spanned the Nzoia River and cost approximately 80 million yuan. Concerns over substandard Chinese construction are not new. Online, stories frequently emerge of newly built residential buildings collapsing. For homeowners who purchase such projects, seeking accountability often proves fruitless. On November 23, 2024, in Qingyanfu Village, Yiwu, Zhejiang Province, large numbers of homeowners gathered at a construction site to protest defective buildings they had purchased. Riot police were dispatched to maintain order. In another instance, on November 20, 2023, homeowners in Chongqing protested at the sales office of Green Spring Bank residential project, demanding accountability for substandard housing. Police present at the scene warned the protesters to stop recording or face detention. Instead of addressing the issue, the Chinese government appears to shield developers responsible for such projects. On August 29, 2024, a lawyer shared a video explaining how one of his followers was detained for 5 days for picking quarrels and provoking trouble after posting a short comment online. On December 5, 2024, the ceiling in the outpatient hall of Chaozhou Central Hospital in Guangdong suddenly collapsed, injuring 4 people waiting to collect medication. Officials attributed the incident to workers violating regulations by climbing onto the ceiling during maintenance. A viral video demolished another shocking example of poor construction practices. As workers used cranes to demolish the old bridge pier, sand poured out from inside the structure after the outer layer of reinforced concrete was drilled away. What should have been filled with bricks or solid material was in fact filled with sand. In the video, a bystander exclaimed, "My goodness, this bridge is about to collapse. This is terrifying." Netizens reacted with disbelief. Now I understand what a Tofu-Dreg project really is. Reports of substandard construction projects, commonly referred to as Tofu-Dreg projects in China, continue to surface, raising public concern over safety and corruption. A recent video showed a woman documenting a highway bridge with a hollowed-out base. Look at this highway bridge. The entire bottom is hollow. This is dangerous, really dangerous. I didn't realize it was this bad. It feels like it's all for show. On January 3, 2025, authorities reported a partial building collapse in Baoshan District, Shanghai. 2 people were hospitalized, and 1 remained trapped as rescue efforts continued. In Sichuan's Peng'an County on July 26, 2024, an old, poorly constructed bridge was demolished to make way for a new one. Netizens sarcastically remarked, "GDP is up again. Without big projects, how would officials profit?" Poor construction is not limited to major cities. It's widespread in rural areas as well. A video from Dengzhou, Nanyang, Henan Province highlighted crumbling roads and poorly built houses.
Everything here is substandard. The buildings, the roads, it's all the same.
In Badong County, Hubei, heavy rain turned local roads into crumbling pathways resembling the aftermath of a major earthquake. Even high-profile national projects aren't immune to construction flaws. In July 2023, heavy rainfall in Beijing caused severe flooding across multiple districts, including Dashing International Airport, which had been operational since September 2019. Viral footage showed rainwater pooling across the tarmac, submerging car tires. Dashing Airport is one of President Xi Jinping's signature infrastructure projects. Netizens reacted, "A single rainstorm floods a major airport. The losses are unimaginable. Another Tofu-Dreg project. When corruption is rampant at the top, how can anything below be solid?" Faulty construction has often exacerbated the impact of natural disasters in China. The 2008 Sichuan earthquake, one of the deadliest in recent history, killed nearly 70,000 people, with over 5,300 students among the victims. Many schools collapsed, raising suspicions of poor construction practices. Despite public outcry, investigations into these Tofu-Dreg schools were blocked. A writer and environmentalist from Sichuan Province, Tan Zuoren, conducted more than 20 investigations into school collapses, calling for accountability. Instead of addressing the concerns, authorities arrested him. Parents of the deceased children faced intimidation and censorship. China's rapid infrastructure expansion has produced stunning feats of engineering, but also alarming structural failures. In Chongqing, the Zhejiang Bridge collapsed just 3 years after construction, killing 40 soldiers who had marched in unison across it. The official explanation was frequency resonance. Guangdong's Zhejiang Bridge snapped after being struck by a sand barge. A Chinese-built bridge in Madagascar collapsed within 6 months of opening. The Tuojiang Bridge in Fenghuang County, Hunan, collapsed during its opening ceremony, killing more than 60 workers. A pedestrian bridge at Kunming Airport collapsed during construction. China's high-speed rail expansion began in 2009 during Hu Jintao's administration, accelerated under Xi Jinping's leadership. HSR has been branded a symbol of Chinese technological prowess, fueling nationalist sentiment. However, many high-speed rail projects have faced quality issues. Investigations have uncovered widespread corner cutting, with contractors using substandard materials and falsifying construction reports. Despite safety concerns, metro expansion across China is moving forward at high speed. Chengdu's fifth phase metro project, 2024-29, includes 10 lines covering nearly 200 kilometers. Suzhou's fourth phase construction, 2025-30, has completed risk assessments. Guangzhou is planning 8 new lines, totaling 175.5 kilometers, with an investment of 172 billion yuan. How much corruption and vested interests are involved in this shoddy construction? Chinese writer Li Chengpeng once said, "Every time I see a new project breaking ground, I know a few more billionaires will soon be born. Every time a project is completed, I know another group of nameless temporary workers will become famous. They're responsible for telling lies, and the common people distill those lies into fables."